So brace yourself for the rapid fire right here at the Andropique mic testing. One superpower that you would like to have.
इनविजिबल होना.
ऐसे क्यों लेकिन?
I really want to see कि किसके यहाँ क्या हो रहा है, कौन क्या ले रहा है, कोई कितना फिट कैसे है, और स्पेशली जो बाहर के एथलीट्स आ रहे हैं, what they do for their skin thing.
What is your biggest motivation?
I think रजत and विशाल. अगर ये नहीं होंगे तो मैं आज compete नहीं कर रही होती.
What is the best advice you ever got?
Be yourself.
And what is the worst advice you got?
बाकियों को देखो और अपने आप को ठीक करो.
Okay. So what is the best compliment you got when you were on stage?
We love your smile.
Superb. So what is the strangest rumor you ever heard?
इसका तो बहुत से लोगों के साथ चक्कर चल रहा होगा.
Acha. If a movie was made around you, which actor you think would be good enough to play your character?
My character?
Yeah.
Maybe Priyanka.
Okay. Anything in your life you feel like undoing?
Actually नहीं. I think ऊपर वाले ने जो path भेजा है वो किसी वजह से भेजा है, so it's good.
ठीक है. Hi everybody, welcome to another podcast of Andropique mic testing with me, Gavin Phillips. Now today we have an athlete here with me on the couch, and now she is an IFBB Pro. Now when talking to you on an IFBB Pro, winning an IFBB Pro card is something very big. It's a very big achievement. It's actually the road to be competing in the biggest stage of them all. Now, she has competed and won the Pro card in women's fitness. Now, when we talk on an IFBB Pro, a lot of male IFBB Pro athletes are given a lot of love, respect, and they're invited for ribbon cuttings, they're invited for gym openings, they're invited for, you name anything. A male IFBB Pro is always invited. But today on the couch, a very hardworking female IFBB Pro is here with me. And let's get to know her story. And how is it to survive in an industry that is dominated by men? So ladies and gentlemen, to all my viewers watching the Andropique mic testing, let me introduce to you my guest at this point of time. We have with us IFBB Pro Navneet Kaur. Hi ma'am, a warm welcome to our podcast here today ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Ma'am, you have won your Pro card. As I was just giving in the introduction, you won your Pro card in women's fitness. But you started off your career in the fitness industry with competing in women's bikini. What made you change it to women's fitness, ma'am?
So most of the titles I have won in India in bikini category. So when this category came over, the fitness category, so Rajat sir and me decided why we don't introduce this category to India for the females, so that there is another category for people to know that there is such kind of a category, and I could do all those stunts and I could practice all those things. So we started with it, and I really loved doing all this thing. And when people see me with a wow face, and that makes the difference.
Right, ma'am.
Yeah.
So ma'am, if I'm not mistaken, please correct me. When you were competing, when you won your Pro card, I think 2018?
No, it's 2022.
22, okay. You popped pills of painkillers when you went on stage to compete for your finals. Why?
So I have a high thyroid and I have arthritis.
Okay.
So my arthritis was really bad, and because of doing all these stunts, because your bone is muscles, your bones, everything, you are in immense pain when you are practicing as well. And with those practices, with those injuries, I was there on stage, but I have to compete. I have to be on stage. I have to win it. So that was the funda.
And I think you did really well, ma'am. So let me congratulate you.
Thank you.
And also you're going to be competing in the Pro show.
Yes.
Is your first Pro show?
My first Pro show, and I'm really excited about it.
You know, I think you're going to be competing on stage with the best pros from not just India, but around the world as well.
That's the best part. No, you have the competition. You know where are you standing. You know, with the worldwide people you are standing and you are competing with them. You know you are representing your country.
How confident are you to win, ma'am, this Pro show?
Pro show, this is my debut. Let's see where I stand, because I've always competed. I've always seen girls there. So people I see on stage and it's like, this girl might win. But I find her 4th and 5th. So I just want to see what judges are looking forward to.
What place do you stand in?
Yes.
Right. Ma'am, now since you said you started competing, your career started in when you started competing with women's bikini. How was the acceptance of people around when they saw you, or when you told them that you're competing in women's bikini? Because at the end of the day, we're Indians. It takes us a lot of time to adjust and accept to a fact that a woman who we know personally is competing on stage in a women's bikini category. How was it, ma'am?
I don't think people still accept it. They see it as a bikini, as a beach wear. Like men's costume, it's a costume, but female's costume is not a costume. It's like beach wear. So people still don't have that acceptance in our Indian society, and we really need to change that. I still struggle with this. Even my family had a issue. My brother had an issue. Only few of them are, I would say, would have accepted this. Else, it's still the same mindset. People are not ready to accept that it is a competition. It is a bodybuilding costume. You have to accept it like this. We are not moving in the society like that. Right. That's the stage. That's one the platform. Basic requirement.
Yeah. So what do you think needs to be done for people to accept it? What do you think needs to be done?
They just need to open up their mind. That's it. If you find a guy wearing a boxer, you're okay with it. And you find a girl wearing a bikini, that too on a stage, and you're like, oh, what is this? This is something which is, your mindset is closed. Your thought process is closed. You need to really open up. You're really okay, Priyanka Chopra wearing very fancy clothes in Hollywood, but you don't accept that in Bollywood. Why?
Right.
That's the basic point.
So I'm talking on male support now. We all require support when we're doing any kind of thing in our life, especially when we have a family. So how was your support of your male support in your family? Means your dad, your brother. How was the support of theirs, ma'am? When they came to that you're competing in women's fitness, in women's bikini, how did they support you? What was it all about?
So unfortunately, before I step on my stage, my first competition ever, my father passed away. So I could never tell him that.
Sorry.
Yeah, I could never tell him that I want to compete and I want to be in bodybuilding. Yes, my brother is a little orthodox. So once he found out, because I didn't told in my family that I'll be competing. So once he found out that I'm competing, he was like, hey, our family girls doesn't do like this. So I have to tell that I'm not competing, but I was still competing. Now he knows that I'm competing for a pro show. Now he is okay with it. I'll not say he's really accepting it very nicely, but he's okay with it. My biggest support was Vishal, my best friend and my business partner. And the second biggest support was Rajat sir. So these two people, Vishal was my first coach and my business partner. Okay. He's the one who introduced me to the gym. And second coach is Rajat sir. So these two are my mentors, my coaches. And Rajat sir means, I always say Rajat sir. But my Rajat sir, when I say Rajat sir, it's always Rajat and Vindhya.
Right. Yeah. Right, ma'am. So apparently Rajat is coaching you, ma'am, right now.
Yes.
He's a coach. He and Vindhya ma'am are coaching you apparently right now for the pro show.
Yes.
How is the tayari going on? Because you got few days remaining. How is it?
It is going really good. I really love the process because every time, it's been 6 years that I'm being associated with them. And every time the protocol is different. Every time things are different. Every time workout is different. Now, whenever I think I know the protocols, and then he's like, no, we'll switch this. We'll switch this. We'll switch this. And that's the best part about him. He knows my body. He knows my body more than me. When he sees me, I like, this is the problem. This is the problem. Sort it out. And very next day, the things are in a better position. And right now also, it is mandatory for me to send him my pictures early morning so that he can see and he can change protocol every single day.
Right. Now you're speaking on Rajat sir and Vindhya ma'am being very good coaches. Now, besides you, ma'am, there are a lot of women who want to compete in the sport of women's bikini. How easy or how difficult is it to find a coach to actually coach you, train you, groom you to be 100% ready to be competing on a stage like Sheru Classic or Amateur Olympia?
First, female needs to understand which category they belong to. There are many females who doesn't understand that they belong to a bikini category. They belong to a wellness category, physique category. They really need to get that thing right first. And then you have to find a coach who can train female, because your supplementation, your diet, everything, your workout plan, everything is different from a male. And half of the coaches are training females like a male athlete. And their body looks like a male athlete. And neither they are for the bikini category, neither they are for the physique category, and they are hanging right in the between. So really need to understand, find out the correct coach. When I saw Rajat, he was preparing, he was coaching approximately 6 to 7 female athletes and everyone on stage. And I saw all the females on stage. That what I got him with, that this man has something. And then when I went to him for the very first time, my protocols were really different. And every time it kept on changing, and still it's changing.
Right, right. So is it difficult, ma'am, to accept whatever protocols that come in because you don't know what's going to happen next?
Yes, it is. It is. At times, you really don't understand what your body is going to react with the particular protocol. Like even I talk about the diet plans. So in last prep, eggs were the problematic meal for me. This time, fish was a problematic meal for me. So every time I have some gut issue with some of the protein, but you never know which kind of protein is creating a problem.
Right.
So that is what he steps in. He come to understand that she needs to take this, she needs to take that.
Right. So, ma'am, you just spoke about, an athlete needs to know as to which category she needs to be competing in.
Yeah.
Now, my question to you is, you started off with bikini and then you moved to fitness and then again to bikini. Now, the thing is, you need to have a different structure for a bikini athlete, a different structure for a fitness athlete. So, how hard was it to change from bikini to fitness, again back to bikini? I'm saying physically for you, what was the change that happened?
Physically, I went a little broader in fitness category because you need to have a figure kind of a body, but not particularly 100% figure kind of a body. And when you come back to bikini category, you need to lean down. I have a broader back and everything. I need to lean down a little bit. I need to detrain my hands. I think I haven't trained my arms since 2-3 months, just because my hands were really heavy. They still are, but not that. But now my body is really proportionate for the bikini category. So you really need to understand the protocols. What are the requirements for the category? Like in this category, we need rounded glutes. We need good hamstring and everything. In figure category, you need a broader body. Your stunt should be really nice. You should look presentable on stage.
Right, ma'am. Now, when you just spoke about, having the right nutrition for an athlete, so a coach will exactly tell you what is to be done, what is not to be done.
Yes.
A lot of female athletes at the end of the day, when they compete on stage, they look like men, right? Why do you think female athletes are going to coaches who are not confident in training them, but they say, हम लोग कर सकते हैं, आप follow करो, आप का body बन जाएगा, या आप वो stage level ready हो जाएंगे, and women listen to them and they consume drugs without research. So what is your take on that, ma'am?
Look, if you are trusting a particular coach, you really need to do R&D. When I started my journey with Rajat sir, I did R&D. It was not just like I went to him randomly just because I saw all the female athletes. It was something like I went to all his profile, met people who were associated with him. Only then I joined him. Most of the athletes join a particular coach after seeing the male athletes. They need to understand the coach has trained a female athlete. They should look feminine. They should not look like a man. If you find something like that, go get coaching from that particular.
But even if you look at the athletes when they're on stage, apparently when they are standing, Indian athletes standing with international athletes, you can see a difference in the way their skin is and the way their presentation is. Why do you think that difference happens, ma'am? Because see, when a judge is sitting on the table and he's judging an athlete, he will judge an athlete overall. Indian athletes still look very hard, very manly. Why is that? Is it because of the over consumption of drugs?
No, it's not just that. Our diet is completely different from them. If you'll go to abroad, you really find steak, potato, and veggies. This is their staple diet. What our staple diet is? Dal, sabzi, chapati. We are more on carbs, first of all. We completely change our diet to a protein-based diet. That is the basic change which we give to our body. And our body is habitual of a particular thing.
Right.
And then we switch to another thing. So what will happen to our skin? What will happen to our texture? That we are completely changing things for them. And of course, when we talk about doping and roids, you need to understand you don't require that much of dope. The quantity they are giving really hard doping. So you need to control that, stop that, or get a guidance from a right person. Very simple.
But I think a lot of them are actually doing it and they're overdosing, they're getting overdosed, and you can see a difference on stage.
You can see on their faces. They look like a man. Their body will look like a man. They'll have a beard or a mustache.
Oh, I've not seen that, but yeah.
You will. When once you'll actually see them really closely, you'll get that.
But so what I'm trying to say, see, it's a very beautiful sport when it comes to bodybuilding. And for a women to compete in a sport like women's bikini, they have to be very graceful. So why will coaches, when you have like as you said with Rajat sir, you saw that he trained so many women athletes and they were so good when they were competing. And looking at them, you said, yeah, I think he's the right coach. I can go ahead with Rajat sir. So why aren't women athletes actually doing their research and going behind a good coach who can train women well, who can train them, not just train them, guide them in the right path?
Women doesn't know. And to be really frank, we don't have that kind of coaches in India. I have seen very few coaches who really understand body of a female. Every body is different. Even our menstrual cycles are different. When we are competing, if my body is asking that I need particular kind of guidance, another body might with the same category, with the same workout, her body might ask for something else. Right. So they need to understand one thing, that you cannot go haywire with the things.
Right. So you found Rajat sir. How difficult is it or easy to actually hunt and find out, is what I'm trying to say, find out good coaches for women? How difficult is it?
To be really frank, I was really lucky. I was really lucky to find him. And at a very early stage, I found him. Before I get into the wrong hands, or I would say overdoped, I found Rajat sir. So I have someone was guiding me. And once I realized that he's not the right person for me because he's overdoping or he's giving male hormones or something like that, very next moment I left him.
So ma'am, when you started off competing, were you on any drugs?
Yes.
And I don't want to get into this podcast of name taking, but who was your coach at that point? Was he a known face in India, or was he someone who just said, I will coach you?
My fitness journey started with Vishal, but I was, the dope thing was taken care of with someone else. Right. He's not really known, but Vishal really trusted that person. But he was really good for the male. That's what I'm saying. Because I have a personal experience in it. He was really good for the male, but he was not good for me.
Right.
As a female, I could find difference. I was like, my skin is a little different right now. I don't want all this.
So when you started off, when the roids were given to you, did you question as to what is it? How much am I supposed to? Kitna quantity kyun? Isse kya hoga? Isse kya nahi hoga?
I did. And once I got to know that I'm not getting the right answers, I immediately, because initially I was at a very light dosage. But very soon I got to know that I'm not in the right hands. So I just left that coach.
Right. So it's a message that you need to give to all the women athletes who are going to be competing. If you feel that your coach is not right, or if he's not guiding you in the right way, don't hesitate to change your coach.
You really should not hesitate to change if you're not getting the right coaching, right workout according to your physique, according to your diet plans, according to your dope requirement. You really need to find a right coach. If you even need to understand previously how much guidance he has given to any of the female athletes, and what is their stand right now, how they are looking right now. But that is really important. Because after bodybuilding, you have to get back to your normal life.
Correct.
And you cannot be like manly and muscular.
Every time. Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
But are there any female athletes who are on these roids throughout the year?
I know a few of them.
In India?
In India.
Okay.
And they are not even competing. They are just that they want to run their gym and they want to look physically fit so that people get attracted to it.
Yeah, got it. But have you started taking, in the initial phase, A lot of people consume drugs just for workout to make sure that they're alert, they're able to lift heavy. Did anything like that happen to you in the beginning phase?
This is a very funny part. I really train with water. I don't take any kind of pre-workout. Once pre-workout was introduced to me, and my face was all red, and I couldn't even breathe. I was like, I'm going back home. So maximum I could take a black coffee. I cannot take a pre-workout.
No, I'm talking about things like Termin or AMP. Have you consumed
No,
anything
no,
like
no,
that?
no, 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 no. Big no.
Hi guys, hope you're really enjoying the podcast. This is a small break that we're taking to tell you about Andropique. Andropique is in India's #1 all-natural testosterone booster. Now, if you're wondering what is the actual ingredient of Andropique, there's only one ingredient, and it's fenugreek. Already, we know fenugreek very well as methi. So fenugreek is the only ingredient in this testosterone booster. Now, men above the age of 25 can easily consume Andropique, and it's preferable to consume Andropique at night before heading to bed or in the morning when you wake up. So you feel tired, you feel lethargic, you want to have that energy throughout the entire day. All you need to do is pop one pill of Andropique and feel the energy. If you're working out in the gym and you feel you need to gain some muscle or you need to lose some fat, the one solution that you have is Andropique. Okay, so my next question to you is, you're having this pro show coming on Sunday, and जैसे कि मेरा मानना है कि हर एथलीट जो compete करता है at the शेरू क्लासिक और IHF ओलंपिया, उन सबका एक सपना होता है कि उनको ओलंपिक के स्टेज पे compete करना है. इतना बड़ा प्लेटफॉर्म is being brought to India, and आप जैसे इतने एथलीट्स compete कर रहे, प्रो कार्ड जीते, प्रो शो खेल रहे. What is your take on it, ma'am?
Look, I want a female athlete to be there on stage, on Olympia stage. That is my dream. And to be really frank, I've dedicated my life to bodybuilding now. So I have not taken a call for a marriage or something like that, which restrict me from competing, right? So Olympia is one thing, which is most of us have that वो target है कि नहीं वो करना है. So yes, Olympia is one thing, which is our target.
So आपको जब आप चढ़ने वाले अभी स्टेज पे, how confident are you to come in the top 5 or to win the pro show?
I'm confident about top 5.
Top 5.
I'm not saying that I'll win or something like that, because I really need to understand what my physique is, how what I have to work on. But right. I'm really confident कि top 5, yes, I can go with that. And baki,
right.
God bless.
Now you have Rajat sir who's coaching you right now. Now, besides Rajat coaching you, ma'am, and you've been in the industry for a very long time, do you also have members under you? Do you also train clients?
Yes.
What clients do you train?
So, mostly I have special clients.
Jaise?
I have a paralytic client, and I have people with injuries. They cannot move their hands and everything. So, rehab plus weight loss. So, both things I undertake under me. Thyroid patient, arthritis patients, they are with me. Achha. And I just take personal trainings. There is no group X or something like that.
Yeah, but how do you, since you're an athlete, you're actually prepping for a show. How do you actually able to manage time for yourself and for your clients?
So I wake up at 4.
Okay.
Make my meal, go for my cardio, take a session, do my workout, take a session, afternoon off, evening session and off.
Okay, so day ends early.
Day ends early, yes.
Right.
I really don't work for long hours in my daily life also, because you need to enjoy your personal life as well. It's not work,
right.
but work and play.
Right. So, ma'am, what challenges do you feel when you're competing in a show like this, an international show? What are the challenges that come to an athlete?
Look, challenges in daily life. It's not just like कि Indian show है या बाहर का show है. It's all same. It's just that our mindset कि वो international है और वो Indian है. No, उतना ही तैयारी करना है, उतना ही काम करना है उस पे, उतनी ही मेहनत करनी है और उसी फोकस से जाना है.
Right.
So जब आप उस फोकस से जाओगे, आप हमेशा you'll nail it. So that's the simple funda है. जिस चीज के लिए तैयारी कर रहे हो, उसका 200% दो. उसके बाद अगले दिन पहले रिलैक्स होके बैठ जाओ.
Right. So मैम, एक चीज है कि सारे एथलीट्स से मैं बात कर लेता हूँ. one thing is that they always wait for the show to get done. Yes, when they're on prep, they follow a strict diet. There's no cheating involved. There's nothing. But this दिन जब show खत्म हो जाता, no matter what the result is, they end up eating something of their favorite meal or some, because इतने time से खाने नहीं मिला. So what are you going to do after the pro show? What is the first thing that you're going to consume?
मेरा ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि मुझे कुछ, I'm not a really foodie kind of a person. Anything, I really know कि I want water after my show, a lot of water. And one thing which I really don't want to eat, that is soulfish. That is something I'm eating since long. And it's a typical kind of typical style of fish we are making.
Right.
I really want to get rid of it for a time being.
So no, but so okay. What my thing is to now, you want to get rid of the soulfish
For the time being.
For time being. So ma'am, if you win this pro show, and you're going to be competing at the Olympia, then I think that journey continues if you continue with your food. Am I right?
In any case, it will continue. Because if I don't win this, I'll be competing in another competition for sure.
Okay.
That's what I'll say. Time being means a week or 2 days or 3 days.
Any plans for any other pro show besides Sheru Classic India?
Oh, yes. Most probably in UK. UK
And
Pro,
when is
which
that,
is in
ma'am?
September.
In September.
14th
Okay.
September.
So you're preparing for that as well.
Yeah.
After this.
Yes.
Superb.
That's why we really want to do it in India, so that we really know if I have some flaws or I really need to
So
work on something.
it can be corrected for an international show.
Correct.
Right.
So we had a plan for Korea. We had a plan for UK. UK for sure, I'm planning for.
Right.
So let's see.
So ma'am, see, when any athlete wins a pro card, जिंदगी बदल जाता है. सोच है. I'm not saying होता है. How did your life change after winning the pro card?
वो सिर्फ सोच ही है. वो सिर्फ सोच ही है. जिंदगी नहीं बदलता है. जिंदगी वैसे ही रहता है.
क्या फर्क पड़ता है?
कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. It's just that a title, आप एक amateur से आप एक professional हो जाते हो. So आपके ऊपर एक जिम्मेदारी बढ़ जाती है कि अब आप एक प्रोफेशनल एथलीट हो. अब आपको इंडिया को, अपने देश को रिप्रेजेंट करना है. दैट इज द थिंग विच यू आर लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू. और आप एक एमेच्योर से सिर्फ प्रो कार्ड आपने इसलिए नहीं लिया कि प्रो कार्ड ले लिया बस जी टाइटल लग गया. नो,
करेक्ट. You have to continue ahead with the journey.
You have to continue. आप उसी के लिए तो ओलंपिया के लिए अगर नहीं कर रहे हो, then why are you wasting pro card for other people?
Correct.
People have that कि बस एक टाइटल लग जाए. That is not the fun.
I
That's
think
not the fun.
बहुत लोग ऐसे ही करते हैं कि वो टाइटल के लिए compete करते हैं, but टाइटल मिल जाता है, they retire from the sport of professional bodybuilding.
Yes. I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. अभी I'm in 30s. अभी ये खेलेंगे, उसके बाद मास्टर वाला खेलेंगे, ओलंपिया रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे, अच्छे से करेंगे.
So आपका plan already है that you're not going to quit till you're at the Olympia stage.
I'm not going to quit.
Superb. तो मेरा कहने का मतलब कि जिंदगी बदल जाएगी. What I meant was कि after you won the pro card, how was it with brands? Did brands approach you? Did you have a lot of influencership? Did you have tie-up with brands? You know, वो एक चीज होता है कि you become a pro, you have brands who may be coming to you or, you know, saying, why don't you influence our brand or our products? Maybe, what do you call, clothes, maybe supplementation, maybe peanut butter.
Unfortunately, females के लिए ये मुश्किल है.
क्यों?
Males के लिए very next day for ribbon people are going, for gym opening people are going. How many females have you seen for the gym opening?
To be very honest with you, none.
Exactly.
I'm just being blunt and honest.
Even I'm blunt and honest regarding this. Brands doesn't approach a female athlete. They do approach a male athlete very easily. Irony यही है कि it's a male sport, especially in India. बाहर है. My friends are there abroad. They have all this, but we don't have that kind of support.
So if you connect with the team or with any client or any brand after you won the pro card,
you know what?
then
I had recently also, because pro show and everything is there. I had a message of 2-3 brands on Instagram that will give you a call, but वो phone आज तक नहीं आया. वो आज तक नहीं आया. It's been like 15 days. परसों भी there was a call, but I haven't got any call. And pro show is about to approach.
यानी कि आप फीमेल एथलीट को सपोर्ट नहीं है इंडस्ट्री से when it comes to brand supporting an athlete.
नहीं है, but one thing a very genuine man told me. So he tell कि आपके लिए ना sport आप खेलना चाहते हो ना, कोई बात नहीं, आपको अपनी अर्निंग का सोर्स अपने हिसाब से रखना है, सपोर्ट मिले ना मिले, because that is something you are doing for yourself.
Correct.
So
No, it is like, just
it is just like an extra perk.
no.
That's it.
What my कहना is, we all belong to an industry where we have to build a community, and you have to help one another grow. Now, for a man, it's actually easy to do and get and go ahead with it. It's very difficult for a woman to do it, and when she actually does it, all she's asking for is a little bit of support. Like, मैं नाम नहीं लूँगा. I have another athlete of mine, a friend of mine. He is competing internationally for a pro show. Because he said, I've done competing in India. I have understood what level I'm at. I want to see what level I'm at on an international level. So, wo cheez ke liye, I said, how are you taking? Because we know that when you compete in a pro show in India, it's in your own soil. You can go compete. It's easier. It's less expensive.
True.
But internationally, your travel, your stay becomes very expensive.
It does.
So he said, for me, bro, it's very simple. It's easy. I said, why is it easy? He said, because there's a brand that sponsors me for my travel and stay.
Exactly.
So and he's not a pro. He's going to qualify in a pro qualifier.
Yes.
He's going to compete in a pro qualifier.
And I think I know that man.
हाँ, so मैं नाम नहीं लूँगा. I don't take names.
Yeah, I know that. But yes, that's true. That's true because brands really tend to support the male athletes regarding your travel and going
Ma'am, how about is it with guest posing? Are you invited for guest posing? See, now you're in a sport where you're confident about it and you're doing really good about it. Like when they have bodybuilding competitions happening in different parts of the country, are you invited to guest pose?
Thankfully, this time I was invited for the nationals in Jaipur for the guest posing. And it was a really good competition and I really enjoyed that. And it's been after 2 years, I got invited somewhere.
Wow. 2 years?
After 2 years. Yes. Even after winning a pro card, this was the scenario.
Wow. I think things really need to change when they look to a perspective of, accepting a female athlete who's worked so hard to be there. You also, you expect the brands to come to you because, you work hard for it. And the brands expect the athlete also to give good content when they're on social media to boost it.
To be frank, I've seen brands giving all those things to any kind of female who's just dancing on the Instagram and have good followers. But the people who really require their support, they are not giving it to them.
Right.
They are just looking forward for the followers and everything. But you really need to understand कि उसी को फॉलो किया जाएगा, वो ही लोग फॉलो करेंगे जो एक्चुअली फिटनेस से जुड़े हुए होंगे. हमें फॉलो ही वही करेगा जो फिटनेस से जुड़ा हुआ होगा. They are not looking for the entertainment.
You won't. Correct.
तो आपका ब्रांड का सेल कहाँ से होगा? हम लोगों से होगा या उससे होगा?
Correct.
तो विजिबिलिटी और इवन ऑनलाइन एंड ऑफलाइन बोथ एक एथलीट आपको ज्यादा दे पाएगा beside any other influencer who is dancing on Instagram.
Right. Now, how important is it for a woman to have a good amount of testosterone, especially when she's competing?
Not really high. A little higher than what she has in her body naturally. That's it. You don't need to get that masculine.
So what do you do, ma'am, to get your testo levels a little high?
Look, we really need to get dope done. So yes, I took few of them, but not at a very high level or something like that. So very subtle way.
Minimum. Right. Okay, ma'am. So let's do one thing. Let's move into a very chilled out part of this podcast. It's called Never Have I Ever.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. So you need to take the glass of water that we have kept for you.
Okay.
Okay. And right, ma'am. So you need to take this glass of water and I'm going to read a sentence. If you've ever done it, you take a sip of water.
Okay.
If you've not done it, you don't take a sip of water.
Okay.
Okay. Never have I ever regretted a decision.
Regretted a decision.
Right? Okay. And never have I ever not been satisfied by the judge's decision.
No.
Wow. Okay. Never have I ever given free coaching.
Never I have given free coaching.
I think this is one thing that every coach goes through where they end up giving free coaching because someone who comes and says that they're financially not stable and they want to pursue their career and फिर वो sympathy gain करने वाली चीज होती है and
then I'll correct you because I don't give coaching for अगर मैंने किसी को free coaching दिया भी है that will be like कि कोई particular workout नहीं आ रहा या कोई problematic body part है Just for a day or two,
Right.
not for a long period
time.
of time. No.
Okay, ma'am. Never have I ever dated a fellow athlete. Never. Okay. Never have I ever felt insecure on stage.
Felt insecure on stage. Yeah, I did.
Okay. Never have I ever cheated on my diet.
Of course.
Okay. Never have I ever been extremely angry on someone.
Extremely angry on someone. No, I'm a very person who really go to a room and shut the door and sleep.
If you're angry.
Yeah, if I'm angry, I'll go and I'll sleep.
Oh, okay. What happens once you get up? The anger is still there, the anger is gone.
The anger goes away.
Achha. Okay. Okay. Never have I ever broken a rule in competition.
Broken a rule in a competition. Nah.
Never.
Nah.
Okay. Never have I ever Googled myself.
Google, I guess I did.
Or what did you see? You got what you wanted to see?
So I wanted to see IFBB PRO Navneet Kaur. So apparently there was a picture, my picture on someone else's name.
Yeah.
Yes. So someone sent it to me. Is that you? But naam kisi aur ka hai. So then I Googled it up and I said IFBB PRO Navneet Kaur, and to be really frank, बहुत ही नीचे जाके कहीं जाके आया कि नवनीत कौर कोई है हिंदुस्तान में.
अरे बाप रे. Never have I ever felt starstruck by someone.
Starstruck by someone.
Right. ठीक है. Okay.
इतना किसी को फुटेज नहीं दिया कि कोई ऐसे आके बोलेगा और उसको सुनो और नहीं सुनो और जाने दो.
ठीक है मैम. ठीक है. Thank you. Okay. So we are done with that episode. We're going to the main part of the podcast, which is called the rapid fire round. Okay. So just letting everyone know that the questions haven't been shared with you and they're all going to be spontaneous. Format कैसा है मैम? आपको whatever question you hear, you need to give me an answer immediately without thinking. As fast and as soon as possible. Right? Okay. So brace yourself for the rapid fire right here at the Andropique mic testing. Okay. One superpower that you would like to have.
Invisible होना.
ठीक है. ऐसे क्यों लेकिन?
I really want to see कि किसके यहाँ क्या हो रहा है. कौन क्या ले रहा है, कोई कितना फिट कैसे है, और स्पेशली जो बाहर के एथलीट्स आ रहे हैं, what they do for their skin thing.
ठीक है. Okay. What is your biggest motivation?
I think रजत and विशाल. अगर ये नहीं होंगे तो मैं आज compete नहीं कर रही होती.
Okay, ma'am. ठीक. When you got into the field of women's bikini, what is the best advice you ever got?
Be yourself.
And what is the worst advice you got?
बाकियों को देखो और अपने आप को ठीक करो.
Okay. And when you're ready to go up on stage and you're all set, you're 100% ready. And when you're on stage, what is the best compliment you got when you were on stage?
We love your smile.
Superb. When you're famous and when you achieve something, there are people always talking about you, whether good or bad. So what is the strangest rumor you ever heard?
इसका तो बहुत से लोगों के साथ चक्कर चल रहा होगा.
अच्छा. ठीक है. If a movie was made around you, which actor you think would be good enough to play your character?
My character?
Yeah.
Maybe Priyanka.
Okay. Is it anything in your life that you feel like redoing?
Redoing? No.
Anything in your life you feel like undoing?
Undoing?
Yeah.
Actually नहीं. I think ऊपर वाले ने जो path भेजा है वो किसी वजह से भेजा है, so it's good.
ठीक है. One fitness secret according to you?
कम खाओ, थोड़ा थोड़ा खाओ और जल्दी सो जाओ.
जल्दी सो जाओ. ठीक है. Your favorite cheat meal?
My favorite cheat meal is chocolate.
Okay. Your favorite international athlete?
My favorite I like Whitney.
Okay.
Whitney is a fitness athlete and she's 40 plus, mother of 2, and she's doing incredible.
And your favorite Indian athlete?
Indian, I like Navpreet is good enough. Rutuja मुझे अच्छी लगती है. And I think these two are really nice, gorgeous.
Done. What is your dream, ma'am?
My dream, Olympia का stage और India का flag लेके और वहाँ पे खड़े हो. That's the beautiful dream which I have.
Right. And ma'am, one message for all the women who want to get into the field of women's bikini, want to compete. Any message for them, ma'am?
अगर सोचा है, मन में है, कर लो. सोचो मत सिर्फ Instagram पे देख के. If you have that zeal, if you really feel like doing it, go get it. Find the right coach. अगर नहीं मिलता, ask me I'll tell you.
So you're always you're available on Instagram where people can message you, DM you
Yes.
for any of doubts or anything regarding
Yes,
training,
people do.
coaching. Right. Thank you very much, ma'am, for being a part. So before we end this podcast, ma'am, we have a tradition. So we have our studio in Pune where all the guests who've been a part of the Andropique mic testing podcast, we request them to give us a message and an autograph on our mug. And we have a studio where we keep all the mugs in our studio. So I request you to please give me your autograph and a message on this mug, ma'am.
That's beautiful. I'm feeling like a celebrity right now.
Thank you, ma'am. And ma'am, you removed, even though you are prepping for your competition, you remove time to come be a part of the podcast, ma'am. It means a lot to me and my entire team of the Andropique mic testing. We've got a small token of appreciation for you, ma'am.
That's sweet.
This is for you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. That is really sweet of you.
Thank you very much for actually being here and sharing with us all the inputs of what is it to be an IFBB Pro and what all is needed to be, successful in the industry as an athlete, ma'am.
And thank you so much. People like you, people like the podcasts like this really need to be recorded because female athletes को थोड़ी सी तो footage दे दो. I just need to say that in अपनी हिंदुस्तानी भाषा में कि थोड़ी सी footage दे दो. They'll be great. आज वो सारे corporate में अगर success आ गई है तो इसमें भी पा जाएंगे अगर आप लोग साथ देंगे तो.
Absolutely, ma'am. Thank you very much. I'm sure we're all a message to all to support the women athletes and help them because they're always there for us. We should also help them in any way possible. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you very much. And it was nice interacting with you, ma'am.
Same here.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.